Hi guys, my name is Pete Rainford and you're watching Rainford's Brew Lab. In this video I'm going to attempt to make a 17 to 18% apple sherry. So we're going to need a litre of apple juice, in this case Tesco's apple juice. We're going to need some sugar, not all of this, but some sugar. And I'm going to attempt to make this in 4 days. So we need some turbo yeast, in this case Schaefer's turbo yeast. The equipment I'm going to use is a 2 litre empty plastic bottle. This was originally a lemonade bottle. A funnel, not 100% necessary, but trust me, makes things a lot easier. And a measuring jug just for the sugar. Let's get to it. Make some room. Just a quick breakdown of cost on this, guys. It's going to cost us £1.39 and we're going to get essentially 2 pints, 1.18 litres. That's why I'm using this 2 litre plastic bottle rather than using just one of the 1 litre bottles, because we have to pour out some of the apple juice, whereas with this we can use the full litre, yeah? Okay, we need to weigh out 285 grams of sugar. Okay, 285 grams of sugar weighed. Now we're going to pour roughly half of this into our brewing vessel, which I sanitized earlier, by the way. If you can't sanitize, at the very least give it a good clean, preferably with some boiling water, just to try and kill as much bacteria as possible. Right, so funnel. And let's get about half of this in, so it's going to be about a quarter of our bottle here. Okay, that should do. Now let's get our sugar in. Okay guys, I have to pour a little bit more apple juice in there just to get that sugar through the funnel. Right, now we're going to put the top on tightly and we're going to give this a good shake to get that sugar dissolved and add some oxygen into this brew. So it will help the yeast get a good colony going early on. That's what yeast do, they multiply. You have to shake this for a good minute or so, guys. Okay, I'm pretty confident we've got all that. Now, pour the rest of the apple juice in. Gets the rest of the sugar out of that funnel if there's any residual sugar there. So now we've got our full litre of apple juice in there. Okay, we don't need that funnel anymore. I'll check to see all that's dissolved in a minute. So we need our yeast. The turbo yeast is a combination of yeast and nutrients all packaged up together. This is great stuff and I haven't used it much, so yeah, I'm looking forward to using this again. There's still a tiny bit of sugar there, so I'm just going to give that another shake. Not much, but just a tiny bit on the bottom. Okay. Right, so we want to use about 6 to 6.5 grams of this, and that's going to give us a fermentation that should be done in 3 to 4 days. So this is going to be a fast brew. Okay guys, we need 1 heaped teaspoon of this. This is the 3rd teaspoon, so I'm going to add 3 of these heaped. Okay guys, that's our yeast pitched. Just going to seal this back up again. Great hopes for this stuff. We're going to brew some good stuff with this. Okay, put the top back on. And we're just going to give it a little swirl. Not going to shake it this time, it's got lots of oxygen in there. We're just going to swirl that yeast up. Okay, now I'm going to take a quick reading because we've got to know what strength this finishes at. Okay, sterilised hydrometer. And the base to get some juice out. Oh, will that go in? It will. This will tell me if my calculations are correct on the sugar that we've added, by the way. Okay. Moment of truth. Wow, sugary. And it's off the scale. I think that's around 1.130. Now this was sanitized, so I can pour this back. You don't need to do this at home, guys. I'm doing it for you. If you've got the gear, by all means go for it. Right, just have a quick clear up. Right guys, very important, put the top on, just screw it on about half a turn so that it's loose. That means when it ferments, the gases can escape and we're not going to get an explosion, which is bad. It's not good, it's bad. Okay, now you can see why I've used a 2-litre bottle here. We've got all this room for the fermentation to take place. I know that turbo yeast is vigorous, it's going to bubble like hell, and I've already had a couple of mishaps at the back here where some of my brews have ended up plastic to the ceiling for this very reason. So yes, have lots of fermentation space in your fermentation vessels. Okay guys, I'm going to keep my eye on this over the next few days. Keep it between 18 and 22 degrees Celsius if you can. It will ferment perfectly at that temperature. Okay, see you in a few days. Hi guys, a couple of days before Christmas and I am trying desperately to get some videos out before Christmas Day. This is our turbo yeast apple juice brew that we started 4 days ago. And I'm just going to get a quick reading now to see if it has finished fermenting on schedule, which was supposed to be 4 days. So I'm going to pour some into our flask here. Very gently. And let's get a quick reading, see where we're at. Boop. Well, it certainly hasn't fermented to dry, so yeah, 1.020. Not good enough, not acceptable. That'll be too sweet, so, and it won't hit the target ABV. So it's failed us in 4 days. I'm gonna have to leave this for, God, at a guess, another few days. Okay guys, I'll have to come back to this in a few days and see if it's fermented further. It should do. Our target was 17%, and these turbo yeasts have their own nutrients, so long as we keep it at a steady temperature, which I have, then there should be no problem in getting to our target ABV. Right guys, I'll pour this back and we'll see you in a few days. Hi guys, Happy New Year. It's the 4th of January today. This is our apple wine with turbo yeast. It didn't ferment to dry before Christmas, so I've left it like another 2 weeks, so I failed on the speed test. But I want to get the strength right, so I'm going to take a reading today and see if it has now fermented at least down to around the 1.000 mark. Okay, what have we got? Okay, 1.010. So I'm going to call it that and see what strength we get to. Hi guys, Happy New Year. I'm afraid this didn't go out for Christmas. We have our apple sherry wine turbo yeast experiment, which we're going to taste. Now then, I've got some notes here. We started this brew on the 19th of December, and the aim was for a 4-day brew with turbo yeast, Schaefer's turbo yeast, to get it to 17 to 18%. Well, I can tell you after 4 days on the 23rd of December, and I left it fairly late in the day so that it would have the best chance, it went from 1.130 to 1.020. So in 4 days, it got to 14.8% ABV. That's impressive. I know it's not 17 to 18% as I thought we were going to get to, but bear in mind it's a cold time of year now. You know, we're now in January. It's been even colder the last few days than it has been in December. But it was down to 4 or 5 degrees, I think, over Christmas in my part of the world here, in Northern England, Cheshire. And even though I've tried to leave the heating on a bit and I've got the heating mat, it probably won't have had the warmest conditions to get down to that temperature. So were I to try this again, I would leave the heating on higher and get it warm and really, get that fermentation going a bit more vigorously. But still, 14.8%, you know me, I'm going to round that up. That's 15% in 4 days. And it looked pretty cloudy. It still is fairly cloudy. I can just about see my fingers through it there. So it's still got a bit of a mist to it. Because of that, I didn't taste it after 4 days. Today's the 7th of December, so it's had 19 days now. It didn't need 19 days to get to where it is. I've just been busy doing, what life is like. So we could have drank this after 4 days and we'd have had just shy of 15%. It didn't look its best. It still doesn't really. It's still quite cloudy, like I say. Our final gravity is now 1.010, and I've taken a reading on that a few days apart, so I know it's finished fermenting, and that gives us 15.9%. I'm going to round that up, 16%. So we've got a 16% apple sherry here. I'm going to call it a sherry because it's that strength. Call it a very strong wine, call it what you like. I've got Spanish roots, I'm calling it sherry. So let's have a taste of our 16% Tesco's apple and Schaefer turbo yeast sherry. I've cold crashed this, so had I have left it in the fridge for another night or two, it may have completely cleared. But for now, I'm going to pour this in my Bishop's finger glass and we're going to have a taste. Here we go. Let's have a smell. Bit bunged up as usual. I know the strength there. I've taken a reading, so I know it's strong. But it does smell good. No off smells, no bad smells. It's been in the fridge, so it's nice and cold as well. So I think I'm going to enjoy this. I wish I could have got it clearer for you guys, but anyway, let's go in. Okay, it's quite sweet obviously because it's only gone to 1.100. Oh, but it's pleasant. It would benefit from aging. Obviously, it's very young. Yeah, if that was to be left for another few weeks, it would certainly improve. It's more than drinkable. You watch, I'm going to drink all of that. You know me, I will drink it all for you. It just tastes, oh, it's warming. Feeling the heat now, just from a couple of mouthfuls. It is a cold day out there as well. Oh, have a bit more. Almost like it tastes quite like an apple liqueur, if I'm brutally honest, rather than a sherry. Yeah, that's how I'd best describe it. An apple liqueur. That's pleasant. If you like a liqueur, that's... I know it's technically not that, you should be up around the 20% to get a liqueur, but that could be classed as an apple liqueur at that strength. It's quite nice. And as usual, it's getting better by each mouthful I have. And it's really warming now. Really warming. So there you go, guys. If you wanted to drink it after 4 days, 14.8% after 4 days, or 15.9%, 16% after essentially 2 to 3 weeks, you know, does that extra 1%, or technically 1.1%, does that 1.1% mean that much to you? If it does, let it sit. The quality will improve anyway. If it doesn't, you just want to drink it, just get it down the hatch. 4 days, 14.8%. Round that up, 15%. So 4 days and a 15%. I'd say that's a success. Cost-wise, this was around £1 for the apple juice from Tesco's. The Turbo Yeast was off Amazon. I'll put a link down in the description. Wasn't all that expensive. And 285 grams of sugar, if memory serves. And we get a litre of essentially apple liqueur, apple sherry, very strong apple wine. It is obviously another budget brew with a high strength. Okay guys, Happy New Year, and that just leaves for me to say cheers. Oh.